Good. Okay. Welcome, world, to the Whole City Hustle podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Goins. Usually I have my co-host, Danny Marie, with me, but not today. But don't worry, she will be in the next episode. But today is a very, very special Whole City Hustle podcast. I have a guest with me that's going to talk about nonprofit, what he's doing in his career, and how he's getting ready for the World Cup. So, Mr. Kerry Williams, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. And welcome to the Whole City Hustle podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And I know Kerry because our sons play basketball together, and my son actually was in his nonprofit when he did something as far as, and he's going to divulge into that a little bit more. But I'm very, very happy to talk about this because, like I said, nonprofits are also part of getting ready for the 2026 World Cup, and I want to really dig into that. So, Kerry, please tell me more about yourself and what you're doing and what's your business.
Okay, so currently we have a nonprofit based out of Tacoma, Washington. We go by You Family. We've been in operation since 2019, and we do college tours, after school programs, and then we do a lot of financial wellness training and job training, career training, just to kind of guide the youth so that they can take advantage of opportunities and also teach them things that we weren't taught when we were their age, so they could be far ahead of whatever we was when we was their age. So we did a HBCU college tour in Atlanta, Georgia a few years ago, and then currently we just went to Oklahoma and took 25 kids and adults to Black Wall Street, which was really good, talking about just Black economy and being able to take the kids down there to Black Wall Street so they could physically see with their eyes, you know, what was already accomplished and taken away from us, especially being from the Pacific Northwest where we don't see a lot of Black businesses, a lot of Black infrastructure, like versus going to Atlanta where you see Black police officers, doctors, and, you know, you see an upper class Black neighborhood versus, you know, in Washington, it's not a lot of us. So I just think it was very important for the kids to be able to get out of the state of Washington and see what's going on in other parts of the country.
Yeah, I understand that. Totally. So you're from Tacoma, Washington?
Yes, I was raised in Tacoma, born in Texas, but went to elementary school and middle school, high school in Tacoma. So, you know, I always wanted to go to a HBCU, but I went to Western Washington University, which was a great university. Also did some time at TCC and spent most of my time here. So, yeah.
That's what's up. So tell me more about your nonprofit as far as what you guys did, especially you was doing something at Lumen Field, right?
Yeah, so we do a lot of fundraising at Lumen Field and T-Mobile Park. So Mariners did really good this year, so we got to work the playoff games through concessions. So we give a lot of the youth the opportunity to come up there and volunteer along with parents and other adults, and that's how we mainly get a lot of our funding for these programs. And some of the youth, they're able to, you know, get scholarships and things like that through our program.
That's what's up. I love that because it gives them some on-the-job training.
Yeah.
And they really learn something too by going there. You know, you still can maybe take a break and see part of the games and things like that. But I think that's great. I did that when I was a youth.
Yeah.
I served on a nonprofit. We went to when I was in Baltimore. We went to a Ravens game. The first ever Ravens game. I worked at concession stand. So that was exciting times, man. I really enjoyed that. So what is your expectations, and how did you guys get to go to Lumen Field?
I just kind of stumbled across the opportunity, being around the right people at the right time, and learned of the program, and just applied to be in it. Mm-hmm. You know, and COVID hit, so we were one of the first groups right after COVID, and it wasn't a lot of people that wanted to work at that time. So we were able to come at a time where they needed people. Yeah. So we kind of stuck it through, started very small, just 5, 6 volunteers, just working when we could, volunteering when we could, but that grew from 5, 6 volunteers to having a roster of over 50 people.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And like you said, you know, for a lot of them, it was their first time ever being in T-Mobile Field or T-Mobile Park or Lumen Field. They had never been there. A lot of them thought we were going to go work at the Rainiers game. And I said, no, we're working in major leagues. We're going to Seattle. So that was big, and even just getting youth and kids from Tacoma to travel to Seattle, and we ride the 594 bus, so it's kind of like a survival skill for them just to even know how to navigate and get back home and get from and to Seattle from Tacoma. Yeah, so I mean, it benefits in so many different ways, and the impact is just huge. Just getting them out of their element and keeping them out of trouble.
Yeah. So how do you manage all that?
Now I'm getting more help. Some of the ones that started with me, now they're 21 years old and they're coming back to help in like administrative part. But I've been using a lot of AI to help with scheduling and you know, just management and stuff like that. Scheduling was always hard, but over the years I got better at it and stuff like that. I use the app called Home Base, which is like a scheduling app that a lot of companies use, where you could enroll and onboard employees and stuff like that. And then, yeah, just kind of like how I get people is more word of mouth. So it's like one will come, and I always tell them, if you want to come volunteer, you might want to bring a friend so you're not by yourself. So then they come and bring a friend, or a family member might hear about it, and kind of just spread it like that, versus me trying to advertise. Because if I advertise, I probably have too many people.
Yeah.
So I kind of just keep it like word of mouth and recommendations. That way I know I'm getting good people too as well.
Right. Because I mean, I know that it can be one of those things where you have some bad apples and mess the whole program up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we've definitely been through that. Had some rough times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think my partners up there at Lumen Field and at T-Mobile Park, they're really, really understanding, and they've really worked with me and helped me grow. And they've always been very supportive. So when certain things happen, they really work with me, and they kind of let me make the decision. They'll say, hey, well, let's talk to Kerry first. And if they have any issues with certain people, they'll let me know, and then they'll leave it up to me to handle it. So, but they've been very supportive.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take one commercial break real quick. This episode is sponsored by Prosperity Abundance. At Prosperity Abundance, if any small business or medium-sized business need funding, Prosperity Abundance can help you out. It can show you the way as far as what is business credit, how to get the best credit you need, but also if you're ready to get funded, it can help you get funded right now, either through the banks or other lenders. So if you want to learn more, go to prosperity-abundance.com and they will take care of you. On back to the episode. So now, Kerry, I got another question for you. Have they contacted you about the World Cup?
Yeah. We talked about the World Cup and getting schedules and everything. A lot of investments and stuff just around the whole city of Seattle. And then, within the stadiums itself, they're gearing up and getting ready for the traffic that's coming up. So, yeah, they released the schedule. They did it was the Club World Cup.
Right.
So we just had that.
Right.
So that was kind of like a test run.
Right.
But we had the MLB All-Star game a few years ago. So that was like a big thing as well. And I think they announced it around the same time that we were going to get the World Cup. So they've been investing into the stadiums and trying to get ready for that and stuff. So we're just trying to be ready as well.
Right. So is there any extra requirements that you guys got to do now for the World Cup than maybe a regular Seahawks game or something like that?
The security measurements might be a lot more strict.
Yeah.
Definitely, you know, even versus a regular concert or a like a soccer game versus a Seahawks game, security is a lot more strict for an NFL game.
Right.
So when the World Cup comes, it's going to be even more strict. Like,
Right.
You know, your badges, your pictures, they're going to run every volunteer through a system, every volunteer, every employee. They're going to get put in a system to where, you know, even like you get a little wristband and they scan it, your picture pops up. Like, they have security, like airport security, TSA type security. So yeah, they're locking down on everything for the World Cup security wise.
Yeah.
But as far as everything else, you know, having your food handler's card and your mass alcohol serving permit and things like that is all the same.
Right.
It's just more about maybe coming a little earlier, having more time to, you know, get ready, set up your concessions and be ready for the foot traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak for other cities, other host cities, especially the United States. But is there any tips that you want to give for people who want to do the same thing you're doing, as far as you know, working concession stands at other stadiums that are doing it at the World Cup?
Yeah, it's a great fundraising opportunity. I would reach out through the websites and see which state, even outside of the state of Washington. A lot of these companies that do the vending and the concessions have contracts at multiple stadiums throughout the United States. So yeah, I would check the website, see if they have a fundraising program, and find out who the contact is, and then just let them know that you have a nonprofit organization that would like to participate. You need your 501c3, your nonprofit, you know, tax ID to qualify, but I think that's pretty much like the biggest requirement that you would need. Yeah. So once you have that, then they'll guide you through the steps as well to be a part of it. But you know, I would start small, see what you're getting yourself into, because sometimes it is real work. It's not just like volunteer, like you know, you're serving sold out game, 80,000 people for a football game, you know, 40,000 for a baseball game, and you know, you're busting out hot dogs, pretzels, popcorn. So it's not like, it's not easy work. It can get easy, but I don't want people just to think that, you know, it's just going to be like an easy fundraiser. Like, you'll go home feeling it, walking. The stadium is big. Your feet might hurt the first couple games and all that stuff, but if you're able to manage it, or have somebody on your team be able to manage that, as far as having your volunteers and then having somebody that's there and committed, then it could be a real good thing.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit in a minute by maybe two more questions for you. You know, just thinking about that too, like, it's a lot of development for kids, you know, dealing with customers and things like that. And, you know, so how is the development with kids? Like, how, you know, these teenagers and things like that, how have you seen development in some of these teenagers that you work with?
Oh yeah. I mean, some of them, I'll say the age, you really see the age makes a difference, you know, because some of the younger ones might not be as mature. And then the next year when they come back, you'll see a major difference that just 1 year does. And then also, like, some of them that are really, really good, they may be able to get hired as a actual employee through the company. And they kind of recruit and they see some of them like, hey, this one's real good. You know, maybe they could be a supervisor, or, you know, a stand lead or a manager or something like that. And then, the ones that are, you know, you have some that are still on their phone and still not understanding, like, hey, even though we're volunteering, you know, we still gotta make sure we hold our part in the whole operation. But you'll see some of them that go off and get other jobs, and they're already on point and know what to do and be able to handle a fast-paced environment, because it's very fast-paced. It's, 4 hours of just boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And being able to handle that, it could be a lot of stress. So, being able for them to know how to handle stress and navigate through that, I see a lot of them, even just with their schoolwork. And a lot of them were in college. So just this past year, we have 5 kids that are in universities right now. That everybody pretty much that went through our program is in some type of higher learning right now. Whether it's, a local community college, we got 3 or 4 of them at Central Washington University, 2 of them at Wazoo, 1 is at UW this year, and a couple of them are at Seattle Pacific. When we went on the HBCU tour, we actually have 2 or 3 that's going to Clark, Atlanta, 1 in Texas at Texas College. And so you see the drive. It builds that drive, and that just translates to everything else that they're doing.
That's awesome, man. I love it. I love hearing the development of our young people, man. I mean, we definitely need that supervisor and to see the kids develop and want to do more is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So swinging to you. So what are your expectations? What are you doing to get ready for the World Cup?
Currently, outside of my nonprofit, which will kind of work together with some of the youth as well, I just purchased a food truck, so I'm working on getting permits and using the knowledge that I personally learned from working in the stadium and learning how to deal with food and stuff and building that passion around it to being able to have my own business in the food industry. So hopefully I'll be ready for the World Cup, so I can be somewhere in the vicinity of downtown Seattle when all the action is coming, and being able to serve and create some income.
Right. And even if you can't do Seattle, you still got watch parties.
Yeah.
You're gonna have watch parties in Olympia, Lacey. You're gonna have watch parties in Tacoma here. So there's opportunities for you to do that here. They're gonna have a lot of stuff going on during that time frame. A lot of different festivals, a lot of different events going on. So you definitely have opportunity for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you. You have any last words?
I appreciate you doing this and having me on here. I haven't really done a lot of podcasts. Usually I'm the person behind the camera. That's another thing I also do is help with media and a lot of things throughout the community. I help a lot of people with filming and audio and stuff like that. I kind of grew up in the, a long time ago, I was a club promoter and stuff. So I was in the entertainment industry. Yeah. A lot of my skills I developed as far as entrepreneurship. I've always been an entrepreneur and stuff. So for you to highlight this and for you to create this space for us to come together and especially let people know what is coming, the World Cup. Now, a lot of us, a lot of African Americans or Black Americans really know that this opportunity is coming, and it's going to bring extra million people. I don't know exactly the numbers. I think the projected numbers that I heard was a million people within the Seattle metro area will be coming in for that World Series. So that's a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurs to go out there and take advantage and make some income. Right,
man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you for being on this podcast. Before I wrap this up, I gotta do our FIFA World Cup fact of the day. So the fact of the day, we'll talk about the country of Germany. Germany has won, the men's team has won 4 World Cups, and they have came runner-up 4 times. So that is the FIFA World Cup fact of the day. So Kerry, man, thank you so much, man, for being on this podcast, man.
Appreciate you.
And I definitely want to work more with you in the future. Maybe using this more and more to this facility as well. And for everybody on here, please like and subscribe. With each episode we have, we want to grow this as much as possible. We want to tell as many stories as possible about so many people. We want to talk about city organizers, city officials, and especially small businesses. So see you next time. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next episode.